If saying no makes you feel guilty, this may be why. You're not being kind. You may be being controlled. Anybody here struggle with people pleasing? You know what I mean. Always saying yes, even when you know it is going to cost you. On the outside, it can look like kindness, but a lot of the time it is not kindness, it is fear. People pleasing feels harmless at first, but it can become bondage. It can start controlling your decisions, your peace, even your values. And the reason we do it is simple. We start basing our worth on how people see us. So now we are afraid to say no. We are afraid to disappoint people, we overextend ourselves, we compromise things we should not compromise. And all the while we tell ourselves, I'm just trying to keep peace. But that kind of peace is fake, because if you are always living for people's approval, they start controlling your life. That's why Scripture says the fear of man is a snare, a trap. But the one who trusts in the Lord is safe. That's the real issue. People-pleasing is not just about living for others. At its core, it's actually selfish. You don't want to lose a person's approval. And here's the trap. The devil makes you believe that if everybody likes you, you will finally be okay. That if you keep saying yes, you will be accepted. That if you never upset anyone, you will be safe. But that's a lie, because God never called you to live for man's approval. He called you to live for His. And that's where freedom starts. God has already accepted you through Christ. He has already validated you. He sent Jesus to die for you. Your worth is not in what people say, it's in what God says about you. That's why people-pleasing is so dangerous. It makes you ignore God's approval while chasing everybody else's. So let me say it plainly. People-pleasing is fear disguised as kindness. And if you're always avoiding truth just to keep people happy, that's not love, that's fear. Now, there's wisdom here too. Not every truth needs to be said at every moment. Timing matters, discernment matters. So ask yourself this. Am I staying quiet because this is not the right time? Or am I scared? Those are two very different things. And if you want to break this cycle, start here. What are you afraid will happen if you stop pleasing this person? Write it down. Then take it to God. Father, these are my fears. I have been living for people's approval and I don't want that anymore. Help me find my identity in your approval. Strengthen me where I feel weak. Give me the courage to say no when I need to. I can't do this on my own, but you can. Then, practice saying no, humbly, without being rude. Because when you say no, people's real hearts will show up. Some people will respect it, others will guilt trip you, others will try to manipulate you. And that tells you something important. Not everyone who likes your yes loves you. Sometimes they just love access. That's why you need to ask one final question before you help someone. Am I doing this to honor God, or am I doing this just to keep them happy? That question changes everything, because in the end, you can't live for both. King Saul was a prime example. God himself anointed Saul and established him as king, but he wanted people's praise more than God's approval, and it destroyed him. So remember this, living for human approval is slavery. Living for Christ is freedom. That's the life you were meant to live.